Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another replay analysis. This time of, I'm going to assume, Gisenberg. Probably not Gisenberg. And he's right around the champion level. He did this through the coaching tier on patreon.com/Gibbs00. There's coaching, there's replay, there's replay analysis. Spots fill up quick. I generally tell people, at least on the replays, to kind of try and switch off monthly. So you can look out there, but some guys haven't switched off for a while. So just the way it is. But yeah, so look out there and have some fun videos. Usually going more into personal stuff for my exclusive videos for Patreon. So go check it out. Anyway, let's get into this. He's right around champ level. And this replay file was called Absolute Dumpster Fire. So I'm expecting a loss. But we'll see how it goes here. He's been playing with his teammate here. What's his name? Nuck. He said for like roughly 1,000 hours. So they know what they're doing together. So let's see how this goes. Let me start again real quick. Face off. Goes to the side. Alright, so we have... There's 3 options on the face off. We see 2 of the 3 here by these 2 guys. We have you go for boost, you stay in net, or you cheat. Personally, I like to cheat on face-off, and if you have a teammate that you trust for 1,000 hours, I'd probably cheat as well. It is risky, but at the same time, you can capitalize on a lot of stuff as well. Here, like, it's fine to stay in net. Like, I would say stay in net's probably your second best option. I don't generally like going for boost and 2s, because you usually have enough. You have almost half boost, and if you can't do something with half boost, there's a problem. So, we'll move forward here. He's just trying to kill some time. He leaves it for his teammate. Bad play right here, though, by his teammate. So, he sees this ball going. He sees someone on the wall. And honestly, I would rather see the dunk happen here. 2 bad things happen, though, on this face-off. Right as Gisenberg kills it to the side, Gisenberg is not going for that middle boost. At this point, when you're his teammate, you have to say, all right, he wants me to hit this ball, but I have to save that boost for him, just in case something bad happens. And right here, he actually collects this boost. It's a replay bug. Okay, there it is. He collects the boost when he doesn't really need it. He probably has enough to do whatever he wants on this ball. The only thing he probably can't do is follow behind the ball for an aerial dribble, but you don't necessarily have to do that anyway. And he also hits his ball low. What I would have done is thrown it high. Yes, there's a dunk opportunity. It's very unlikely to go in, though. And I would prefer that than just throwing the ball and throwing possession to the other team. So starting off, not so hot here. And now Gisenberg has no boost. He's kind of creeping forward, too, which is probably not a great idea. This is a little bit of a mispositional play. As soon as you see your team throwing the ball to the other guys, I would try and pick up any of these welfare boosts I can and kind of circle around the net, just getting ready for something. Here, he kind of creeps up forward, then comes back and doesn't grab a lot of those welfare boosts. He could have grabbed 3 or 4 there. Instead, he only grabs 1. He doesn't have any boost. He only had 12 there. He can't challenge this whatsoever. He still goes for it, though, which, honestly, I probably wouldn't have done unless you're trying to block a certain angle for a shot. Doesn't really look like that's the case here. I could see in your frame of mind that might be the reason why you would go for that, but honestly, it just kind of wastes time for him there. And then Nuck on the way back, it doesn't really work out for him either. So he goes for the challenge. So he goes up the wall here. He actually has a clear attempt to just go back at this point. And in 2s, honestly, I would probably just rotate out of here. He didn't really have a good chance at a dunk. It was not a high percentage dunk whatsoever. And instead, he goes for the challenge and now is out of position. He also doesn't rotate back, like, effectively. He goes straight back to the net when, if you see something coming off the back wall like this, you probably want to rotate around the side just so you have a better angle on these plays. Instead, the ball goes right over him. Also, he has no boost either. So, that play right there just didn't work out on a million different ways for them. And hopefully, the positional plays get a little bit better as we continue here. So, no boost for Gisenberg. Now, this is a play that should not happen if you've been playing together for 1,000 hours. You would hope they're in comms, or at least you would try and hear his boost, which I couldn't really hear on my screen. But Nuck is going for this ball. He has time to do whatever he really wants with it. And Gisenberg is also going for the ball. Generally, it's like a tough call at this point. Since Nuck is hitting this, Gisenberg has no boost. Because the mid boost is gone and that back corner is gone. So he's going to be out of the play for a while because he's going to have to circle back and either pick up some welfare boosts or go all the way to the other corner and grab some boost. So Nuck Nuck probably doesn't have to go for this ball. And at the same time, like if you look at Grand Chump here, he goes and picks up the boost, but he leaves. He thinks about it, though. So maybe that's why they wanted to challenge early. Nuck Nuck goes for the challenge, but again, just kind of throwing it right at the goalie. At least this one was a little bit higher, possibly. So the goalie didn't get as good of a piece. But again, Gisenberg very low on boost. Can't reach that because he doesn't have any boost left. And this turns into a 2v1 situation. Good save, though, by Nuck Nuck on the way back. Now, they both collected the big boost. Nuck Nuck, though, with the misplay. Here, though, Gisenberg has it. He's got to look, though. On these plays, when you're coming off the back wall and you're going for that challenge, these are the plays in twos that will cost you big time all the time. So this is what I always like to do, is kind of pass it out to the middle. And then, like, say I'm the shooter. Like, say I'm trying to receive this pass. I just wait for the goalie to panic and just hit it right at me. That's basically what Grand Champ does here. He already is all the way back. And Gisenberg just gives up ball possession once again here. When he has control there, he could have settled this down. He has enough boost to try for a little bit of a dribble play. He has to go quickly because the other guy's on his ass, but he just throws it away, and they lose possession there. Nuck Nuck tries to challenge here. Doesn't really amount to much. He's trying for a shot, which is fine. Just doesn't really work out. Now, Grand Champ gets it over Gisenberg, but Nuck Nuck, he does get the clear-ish, but again, just throwing it right back to the other team. He's just trying to put pressure on. He has to jump. This play I actually like a lot from Grand Chump. He goes around, like, pretends to go for the ball. Two good things here. He boost steals and then goes for the demo. Almost hits Nuck Nuck. It makes Nuck Nuck jump, so that's why he's going to make a poor clear. Now he can circle out and be ready. See how he goes all the way back for his boost? Because, like, why not? Like, you don't have to do anything too crazy here. He still has a teammate up. So that first touch isn't bad. To throw it to the side there, the Nuck Nuck can gain possession after a little bit of ping pong back and forth. Gisenberg's got to creep up probably a little bit quicker, but Nuck Nuck just kind of loses track of the ball here. On these opportunities, you have to make something happen. Like, Grand Chump is giving him time. And instead, he, again, just a little bit of a hasty touch. He has more time than he thinks to try and make a better pass. It didn't work out. And then Gisenberg has to make this challenge. He's already crept up pretty far, which in twos I would say is pretty risky. But sometimes you kind of just have to go for it. He goes for the challenge. Not a great challenge at all. And honestly, that should have probably been a goal. But Nuck Nuck just gets back in time. Now they're trying to set up some type of passing play. Right there, he should have left it for Gisenberg. Let him get the more powerful hit. Try and throw it really hard off the backboard or off the crossbar. And at least make the goalies make a tough save. Instead of going for the slow dribble the whole way. When you have two guys there and you have open space, you should always try and pass laterally. And then let the other guy just boost right into it and get a really powerful shot. This save's not great. You never really want to throw this ball in front of you, but he actually makes up for it by drilling into the ground and getting a second touch, confusing the other team. So he did make up for it after the bad play to start this aerial. But you always generally, like, even here, he could have tilted a little bit to the left and killed the ball back into his corner. Instead, he just goes straight at this, and he actually goes a little bit too high, which works out for him. But he should have tried to kill that back to his corner, into either corner, really. Like, he could have thrown this behind him, back into the other corner. That's a little more risky, though. But it works out. And they get the play. Here comes a shot. Not in, but still, like, that's a good save. Like, you don't want those bouncing off your wall to make a play. So, like, this is fine here. Like, this is just them getting beat. Like, after that bad touch, it kind of puts him in a bad position. His best bet, probably not follow it, I guess, but honestly, he doesn't think that guy's going to have it. And then, pretty good shot by Grand Chump here. Let's go check out what Nuck Nuck was doing during this play. So, Nuck Nuck, he gets confused as well on that first little touch. Then that's just a bad touch. You never want to just throw the ball high and off the side wall. It's going to center perfectly for the other team. Then he gets a little greedy and goes for boost. But again, it was a pretty good wall play by the orange team that you weren't expecting that type of pass coming out of Professor over there. So, we'll give it to him. It was a good goal. Here again, Nuck Nuck just throwing away possession. This is not what you want to do in twos. He's got all the time in the world. He should have like, honestly, he's got a million options. He could dribble this. He could wait for the bounce and just boom it so it goes really high, waste a lot of boost for the orange team. Instead, he just goes for the aerial and hits it down, and that's just a very easy clear back by the other team. Luckily, Grand Chomp actually takes it away from his teammate, so they didn't get a great clear, but you can't be giving away possession on the ground like that. Like, I don't mind giving away possession when it's really high in the air, because at least you waste their boost, but not when it's low. Then they can do whatever they want with it. Now, this play... honestly, that's just a bad power slide. He kind of gets into a weird spot. Grand Chomp, just being smart, just waiting for him to make the play. He has no boost, or at least no momentum, and he tries to panic to try and go for the 50-50. It was just a good mind game by Grand Chomp to keep that play out of reach. Nice little chip there, and I like that he goes back for the mid boost, just waiting for that rebound off the shot. Smart play here by Gisenberg. But again, they're very hasty about going for these aerials and then just kind of poorly touching it back into the middle. Like, again, here, he goes to this aerial. Like, I guess at the time of he jumped, you could have saw that a professor over there was going to land correctly and maybe challenge for this play. So I'll give him that for a reason why he goes up, but not the greatest center. It's going to happen, which is fine. But then his teammate, Nuck should not be in the same area as him. He should be further back because you can't expect a great pass every single time. Again, though, they're down 3-0, so you might be trying to push up a little bit more with only half the game left. Grand Chomp with the dribble plays. Nuck just makes him make a move, which is basically what you have to do against dribblers in 2s or 3s. You don't necessarily have to hit the ball. You just have to make them make a move. But this move by Grand Chomp actually gives him a second touch possibility and gets another 50-50 over Gisenberg. He's had a hard time this game with the 50-50s. That was just, like, honestly, like, Grand Chomp's just playing really well. They're, like, you just got to get higher, but I don't think he expected Grand Chomp to be able to recover and make that play. And it was just good play by Grand Chomp. What can you do? We'll continue here. Gisenberg looks like this is like the semi-cheat, just grabbing some boost. Which I kind of like that play. In 2s. It's not the end of the world either way. Here again, very poor center. It just kind of drops right in front of the goalies. Which again, that's going to happen a ton in 2s. You just got to make sure that your teammate isn't getting too cocky about it and moving up on those plays. And Grand Chomp again. Just making bank over here with these goals. Let's go back. I want to go back to Nuck here off this pass. All right. So, I think I went too far back. I'm not even sure anymore. So there's the first touch. He's going for boosts. Doesn't really see any, so he's just circling out, which is fine. And that's what you kind of want to do. Now, they have ball possession, but again, all he does is hit it high off that wall and puts it right into the middle, and he actually just panics and hits it again. You see how the orange team is just waiting around midfield, knowing that blue team doesn't really have much to do here, and all they keep doing is throwing the ball right back to the other team. Nuck there makes a couple, like, weird challenges, or just trying to, like, do his own thing. It doesn't work out. Grand Chomp just kind of waits it out and then just takes the shot. It's a very good shot, but that's all orange is doing, is just sitting on their side of the field, knowing that blue is not trying to take the ball up by themselves, and they don't have any solo plays. And honestly, 2s is closer to 1s than 3s is, and you need to have some of those solo plays in mind. A lot of patience to use the ball when you're by yourself. And blue team is not doing that at all. They always want to hit the ball as hard as they can out, and it's just not working. And here we go again. Like, Nuck, the few times they have tried to dribble it out, it hasn't worked for them at all, and they keep getting dunked on. So, just the way it is. Grand Chomp going up. He gets the tip. That's all he's got to do there. And then Gisenberg just doesn't go up in time here. So Gisenberg has a good angle here. See how he circles back. The problem is he drives a little bit too fast over here, but he kind of has to at this point. He probably should have went up a little earlier to try and challenge it, but that doesn't go up there, and there's just another goal. And it's just like blue team cannot get the ball out of their own end with a solo play. They're losing every 50-50. You have to go high on them to try and win them out. And now it looks like Grand Chomp's not even playing. Now he's back. Now you're down 6-0. And plays like this are going to happen where you're going to have to creep up more. Like, I wouldn't be here with that little boost. But when you're down 6-0, why not at this point, right? So, here, though, Grand Chump, again, just destroying them. And honestly, like, this play starts with Gisenberg. He stays up with 0 boost. And Nuck with 2 whiffs there. Then another 50-50 that he loses. And it's just the same occurrence over and over again. Nuck just gets destroyed by Grand Chump here. And honestly, you just can't be losing 50-50s like that. Like, you got to go on top of these balls. Whenever cars are around you, you want to go a little bit higher. Try and dig that ball down a bit. You generally want to go under the ball when you have open space, and you want to keep it in the air. But they haven't had a lot of time to do that, and Orange Team just keeps beating them on these 50-50s, even if it's accidental, like that one was. Here we get a face-off win. Let's see if we can get a Brazil. Nuck, again, he's going up for an aerial when he doesn't need to. He has all the time in the world, and he jumps for this ball. I'm not sure why. Like, it was a hard pinch, sure. But again, he's got all the time in the world. Just turn around and dribble it out into your corner and take it up the wall or something. You don't have to go for aerials where you're just going to tap it back to the other team anyway. And they seem to continually do that over and over again. Here he gets a win, Gisenberg, but no one's there to follow up. So it's not going to amount to much. Missed the boost there. Now he can't decide if he wants it or not. Going for the challenge. At least gets the bump. Like, I don't mind challenges like that when someone's dribbling and you just take out the car. That's perfectly fine with me. But now it's Grand Chump versus Nuck. He's probably about to be destroyed, and there it is. And Grand Chump, see how patient he is here? He sees this play, then he doesn't just shoot right here, which Nuck probably would have saved. He takes his time and actually fakes him by going low. And that's kind of the difference here between orange and blue, is orange is taking their time when they need to, while blue team is kind of very panicky and just wants to throw the ball out and play more of a possession style game. And in 2s around champion level, you really can't do that anymore. You can do that probably around diamond level, like platinum to diamond level. You can play a little bit more of a possession game by just throwing it deep in their end and waiting for mistakes. Doesn't really work here as much. Here we go. Finally get a goal by Gisenberg. We'll highlight that a bit. Good work. Moving up. Taking the shot. At least they get one. It wasn't a Brazil, though, so we're pretty upset. So good ball here. Just throwing it off the wall, but you have to kind of attack this at this point. You got 40 seconds left. Just go and attack this shot. You might not hit it, but why not? It's worth the effort. Grand Chump trying to do crazy things again. But see, this play I like. Whenever you see like an aerial dribble, just go back to your net. Let them finish their entire dribble and then just take it from them. The only problem is his teammate panics here a bit, Nuck, and takes it away from him. And honestly, that's just the epitome of this game. Of just like a very easy save, and then they're just getting a little too panicky. It doesn't work out for him. Alright. Moving on. Like, another ball by Nuck just throws possession away right to the other team. Like, they're not really working together. I haven't really seen them try too many passes. They have that one dribble sideways thing. But then Nuck tried to just take that himself anyway. I just haven't really seen much from them. They keep trying to pass to the middle, but it's very weak and right to the goalies. Just really nothing going right for blue team here. And that'll do it for the game. I think Gisenberg knew this was coming because he called this an absolute dumpster fire. Hey, it's one 5-minute game. These things happen where you just have a really bad game. But that'll do it. Thank you, Gisenberg, for the support on Patreon. Thank you guys for watching. We should have some new content soon, if not already up by this point. I'm trying to work out my time schedules here to get some other things out for you guys. But thanks for sticking with me, and we'll see you next time. Later.